you are so smart. Can you please find a cure for cancer instead? Or let's keep it simple, the cure for white hair so that we don't get it, or cellulite, you know, because it's still there.
Quel est votre épisode préféré de Black Mirror?
This one, we have the same taste.
We're both not good with anything scary or, you know, full of existential dread, and that's kind of what Charlie does with every episode of the show. But my other favorite, the one that makes me very sad all the time, is the episode with Domhnall Gleeson. I think about that way too much. It makes me so sad.
Hang the DJ, to me, is one of my favorites.
12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours.
Okay.
Bit
Yeah.
short.
It is a bit short, isn't it?
I'm gonna pick Shut Up and Dance. Very hard hitting.
I'm gonna pick White Christmas. I thought that one was really interesting.
On this time.
I really like USS Callister, and it happens to be that Toby Haynes, our director, is the same director as USS Callister. So I was very excited to find out that he was directing our episode, because that was one of my favorite recent episodes.
I like the very first one of Ruikania and the Prime Minister and the Pig. I like the clairvoyance of that.
I find it hard to get better than the first episode of the first series. It was my first encounter and I was just blown away by it. It just felt very different. It felt like a massive shift from anything I'd seen before, so,
yeah.
You know.
The Miley Cyrus one.
Si vous pouviez écrire un épisode de Black Mirror, il raconterait quoi?
I can't even. Brilliant question. I have one. I just wrote an episode right now. Humanity goes to that place that we were talking about, where artificial intelligence takes over everything, and then let's use string theory to say that in a parallel universe, they come to save us and to take away artificial intelligence so we can all be more real.
Very, very good.
Hey, ChatGPT, give me 5 different examples. Maybe about that, honestly.
Maybe we could go back to the canon and then look at some classic episodes and go, well, what happens next? Maybe the technology has changed and we can go back and re-explore those ideas.
Maybe. Has there been one that's a bit AI-y? I do think that is really interesting. The thing of maybe an AI bot going up against a politician or a writer or whatever, and changing their words and not knowing which one's real and which one's not.
I read Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I can't say because I'm not going to ruin the book for people, but it's really interesting. It's about all organ donation, stuff like that. How we're going to deal with the fact that we're going to need more organs because we're going to live longer as human beings, and how we make those organs and stuff like that. Yeah.
I would do a Black Mirror episode of the point where we gained consciousness and understood our own mortality, but we're what's the purpose of me being on this planet? And that's freaky, because if you think about it on a biological level, what purpose do we really have? So I would do an episode of that where it'd start from the moment the first person that was like, damn, I'm really gonna die. And what am I gonna do about that? Which is weird.
Que pensez-vous des évolutions technologiques actuelles?
It's very confusing how I feel about all of it, because it scares me, but I do admire the mind that can create it. I wish it was going in a different direction. I think it's going to take over because we cannot stop technology. But I also believe that we crave being humans. And the more you detach yourself from your humanity, the more you walk into depression. We can only find happiness if we go inside ourselves. So even if technology takes over, I believe we're gonna come back.
I'm on the side of both. It's inevitable. In different fields, it's doing unbelievable stuff. Like the medical field, it's doing things that we weren't expecting to come up for years. But stuff like the Vision Pro, I'm for sure gonna get it day dot. But I'm also gonna try to be aware as into the history of you, for instance. That's the closest connection to the Vision Pro that I kind of have reference to. And so I'm gonna be using it with a good balance, I hope.
No matter how advanced and how smart the tech can get, it's not a human being. Use it where you can, but why would you risk losing a human thought in making human art consumed by human beings? I just think it would be a great loss creatively.
I also think that there is so much potential for it to be used as a creative tool. No matter how advanced AI gets, it is still a creative act to put the inputs in and create something using AI. The difficulty for me lies in the fact that, I'm interested in the way that we make art as human beings. And AI can be a part of that, but I'm scared of the moment when we can't tell the difference between the two.